What's up, guys? Today we're here at this little tiny, I don't know if I'd call it a pond. It's just a little water hole here. It's not very deep in the middle. It's only about 4 feet. I've been here before, but we are in the middle of a drought that's been lasting weeks here in New Brunswick. And there's fish in here, but they're dying. I found a couple dead ones on the side of the shore because it's so hot. The water's not really deep enough for them to survive this kind of heat. And they're all little tiny fish. They're not very big at all, but the minimum size that you're allowed to have here in New Brunswick is 10 centimeters. So that's pretty small, but if we get them 10 centimeters and above, we're gonna keep them. If not, they're probably just gonna die here anyways. I'm gonna head down by the brook just to show you the situation we have. I can't even really relocate them or anything, but let's get down here and I'll show you. This is the brook, completely dried up. It runs through, down through there. There's no water. The water that's trickling barely out of this culvert that goes through the road is not enough. It's actually just seeping down through the ground. It's not even leaving this little hole. So we're gonna go ahead, do some fishing, and if they're of legal limit, of a legal size, we're gonna keep them and we will eat them. It's better than that, and then them just dying and going to waste here in this little water hole. But there's a little bit of a twist on what we're gonna do today. I'm not gonna fish them with a normal rod. I want to challenge myself a little bit. I'm going to be using this kit right here. This is a survival kit. So we'll open it up, I'll show you the insides of it. So this is the kit we'll be using to try to catch these little fish. So it has a little lure here, it's kind of stuck to the bag. Anyway, little fish lure. Inside here you have sewing thread. There's pins and sewing needles, a couple lures in here, hooks, a few extra lures here, little red devils. And I think that's a red devil as well. Yeah, can't go wrong with red devil. And then this is the main fishing line right here. Pretty durable stuff. I mean, way more durable than we need for these little fish here. But we're gonna give it a shot. We'll try it. These type of kits are found all over the world, but this one specifically is one that our Royal Canadian Air Force here in Canada, they use on their survival kits that go on board of aircraft and stuff. So we're gonna give this a shot and see how it works. There might not be anything here left or worth taking. We'll see. Lots of frogs jumping in the water everywhere here. So this is the setup. I've got a leader on. I got lure. I took a little bit. I could have just dug up a worm, but I had a bunch of this fake bait, so I just got a little bit of that on there. And I put a weight on the end of this, just so I can, when I throw it, I can get some distance out there, because it's kind of pretty shallow here. You kind of got to get out towards the middle a little bit in the little pond here. So we'll give it a shot and see if we can get anything. I put the smallest hook on there that was in the kit, so hopefully this will work. Because of that weight though, you need to be a little quick with it. I find the best way to cast this is just have a spot that's somewhat cleared in front of you, and then you can just do this, let it out. Oh, I almost got one right there. Right there. Not bad at all. Oh, that's a good bite. Well, when I say good bite, I mean relative to this little pond. That one I think might be a little too small. This pond is like a lake to this one. So he might be okay. It's a little chub anyways, not even a rookie. First catch. Oh, not good at holding on to these little ones. I'll put him back. A little bite. Probably just a little one again. Oh my goodness. That's it. Another tiny little one tried to grab it just as it was coming up. Another one. They're all sheds. Not one brookie yet, and they're all the same size. The tiny ones. Show them to you anyways. Hey, just small. I mean, if you were in a survival situation, you wouldn't pass that up. I mean, I've had a couple of those. That almost got taken out by a frog. That frog went right after that as soon as I threw it in the water. And I'm no professional by all means, but I find what works for me when I hand cast is just leading it in this hand like that and then drawing it through. This is like using this arm almost as your rod. And the same thing when they bite, you want to pull with this hand and pull back with this one to set the hook. That's one way of doing it. Or the other hand, vice versa, if you're left-handed or whatever. But there, first brookie. And yeah, he's pretty small, but we'll keep him nonetheless. He's over 10 centimeters. Not too bad. For here, obviously. Might get a fish stick out of him. What do you think? Now I can stick it into the bank, keep it in relatively cool water, even though it feels like a hot tub, and it'll just keep it fresher than being out in the sun. I'll keep the bugs off it anyways. Go for another one. You see on one of my other videos where we're catching little fry, those little minnows with the micro fishing. That serves a good purpose. I'm not sure if I mentioned that video. I don't think I did, but it serves a good purpose because you can always, well, legality is one thing, but if you're in a survival situation, you can use, you're surviving, right? I'm not saying you break the law, but you do what you do to survive. If you had a little kit like that on you, you could trade up those little fish and use those as live bait for bigger fish. So that's always an option. So it serves a good purpose more than just a boat ton of fun. Yeah, I threw my worm off. It's just a decent size shad. once again, when I say decent, it's relative. Oh man, I can't hold on to fish. I cannot hold on to fish. There. Well, I'll see if I can catch one more, but I'm pretty sure we're probably a little too late for the trout that was here. I've trouted here before, and usually you can get a quota in no time of like of pan size. Usually they're about you know, 7 inches long or so. But right now they're all tiny for whatever's left. This weather has not been kind on a lot of the fish. Oh my goodness, I have one on. Look at that. And all the trout seem to be gone. I only caught one trout today. Rookie. Use the term right. Little fish, but almost hand size. Well, yeah. Shad. Put fish on. It's a tiny one. But it's a brookie. And it's legal length. So I might even have more than I expected. Might have enough for a fish cake instead of just a fish stick. I lost the lure. It came undone somehow. Must have been those massive fish I got. Too much stress for this line. Question is, will these little survivor kits work? And the answer is yes, of course they'll work. If not, they would be making them. And they work actually pretty good. I mean, given the limited amount of sizable fish here, I think we did okay. Enough for a bit of a meal. But yeah, it works actually pretty good. Taking your time, clearing the ground around you, so when you're casting, if you're free casting, you're not tangling up in brush and stuff like that. I had a couple tangles today, and that was all my fault. I should have just cleared the grass and any twigs around me. You want a flat surface around you, probably like a good, you know, clear a good at least 3 foot diameter around yourself, and you should be okay. If you can wade out in the water a little bit and let the line sit on the water, that's probably your best bet. You're not going to get as many tangles in. But and then you can do other things like make a hobo reel. There's many other bushcrafting techniques, but this is just like the simple and dirty method where you just tie it up and throw it out. So yeah, it works, and works pretty good. So we had lots of fun today. I'm just gonna get home now, and we're gonna fry these up. I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna eat them yet, but we'll figure something out. So let's get ready and go. Let's go gut them, fry them up.
Holy fish paste!
Made a stupid mistake and cut the chub up before descaling it, so it's going to become treats for the chickens. There you go, guys. Well, it won't be a waste. That protein will get converted into eggs. Turn the heat on that one. And on this one, we're gonna go high. That's the fish heads and the ends of the tails and that. And that'll be boiled down to make a broth. Like, they call it fish head soup, I guess, but I'm just gonna make the broth, and we add some vegetables, and actually pretty good. And then we'll salt it with some of the sea salt that we made. First, I'm gonna batter this. I'm gonna drain this real good, dry it, and then batter it. This is the batter I'll be using. This stuff is amazing. Really, really good. One of our friends gave it to us. Super good. This is bear fat from the bear we harvest. One of the bears we harvest this spring pass. So that's what I'll be frying the fish up in. Again, we're in the middle of a drought, so there's a fire ban. I'll waste most of it. Fried trout and fish head soup. I filtered out the fish heads, obviously, so it's just the broth more so than anything. And then added some rice, carrot, potato, red pepper, and a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm actually going to sit down in the wife's greenhouse here and enjoy this meal. Would you look at that? Little fish nuggets. I fried it up extra long. And where the fish are small, you can just eat the bones like that. They're so soft. You don't even notice they're even there. Let's try the soup. It's good. Zach! Zach! Come here, bud.
What?
Take a bite of that. Tell me what you think. Get down so they can see you. Take a bite. Your face is dirty. You've been outdoors all day.
Yeah. What is this part?
That's the ribs. Can you taste the bones?
No.
They just chew right up, eh? Really good. Now, I want you to try this soup. Try it. It's good?
Yeah.
You know what kind of soup that is?
No.
That's fish head soup.
It is?
Yeah. That was where I put the fish heads. You want to try it, Delilah? No?
Can be trying pieces.
You want to see if Bee wants a piece? Bring her in. Let me break a piece off here. See if she'll take it. It's a little spicy, the batter, so I'll try to get a piece of the batter. Here, Bee.
She's just licking it.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed hanging out today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I really appreciate the support, and thank you to all the new subscribers I got. I really, really appreciate that as well. Your support means a lot, and it helps encourage me to continue doing these type of things. So, thank you very much. Bye.